So here's the deal, guys. Stopping the grind for an intro is simply too much downtime. We cannot afford that in a grind this big. So you saw it in the title, 2 billion powder is the goal, and we're already up just over 100 million. So 1.9 bill remaining, no downtime allowed. Let's get after it. So 1 bill powder, the goal. We're at 10 mil mithril, 31 gemstone, and 10 mil glaciite in our tree. And then on top of that, we've got another 12 mil mithril and 71 million gemstone powder. A great way to visualize the totals is by checking out my profile this way and then coming over to powder collections. You can see I'm at 102 mil gemstone, 22 mithril, so 124 altogether. And since we are diving into this thing, like truly committing here today, we're going to want to upgrade to the most efficient powder grinding setup possible. And surprisingly enough, that is not with the best drill in the game. Instead, we're going to want a Jasper drill. And we're going to want it for that plus 20% gemstone powder. So looking at the options here, I think we have no choice but to purchase the most expensive drill available. Now this one here, it's got the Fleet Reforge, which gives extra mining spread when mining blocks. But really why we want this one is because it has a perfectly cut fuel tank. The 100k max fuel capacity reduces downtime from refilling in fuel every so often, so I think it might be the play. Sucks that I gotta drop 180 million coins on this, but for that extra powder, anything is worth it. What a purchase. Can't forget about the spicy goblin omelet either. And then we'll make another upgrade to our setup, which is simply getting more sacks. We can talk to Elizabeth and upgrade our sack of sacks to allow more slots. We can also head over to the bits shop to purchase a dwarven sack for 14,000 bits, as well as 2 crystal hollow sacks for another 28,000 bits. On top of that, let's get some pocket sack in a sacks, and then we'll craft up some more mining sacks and make them massive. 100k items per sack. So we put a lot of work into this setup and it is paying off, as I've even added the stats onto my screen, and we're averaging just over 1 million gemstone powder per hour. Honestly, a little lower than I had thought, but I'll take it. Pause real quick here. This is Future Sweet and I gotta step in because after some more testing, this number is not right. Pretty sure the calculator is missing a handful of the boosts because these numbers should actually be about doubled. And so I'm actually bringing in a little over 2 million powder per hour. So honestly, really good rates, but let's keep it going. In fact, flash forward a little bit here and check this out, guys. 177 million overflow gemstone powder, which puts me at over 208 million total gemstone. And that is just wild already. Guys, 200 million gemstone powder. So yeah, I guess we've already spent a pretty insane amount of time on this, but we ain't stopping yet. Again, 2 billion is the goal. Well, we've scooped up that additional 100 mil powder. Our sacks here have continued to fill. And check out the dwarven sack. We have 400 blue goblin eggs. I feel like these are kind of low on the price tag right now. They're usually closer to a mil per, but even at this, at 780k per, we can put up a sell offer and make about 300 million coins. Let's get that coming in, and let's also do the same for these red eggs, about 180k per for 150 million coins. Now yes, the money there has been decent and it's coming in, but we're really not making any other game progression by grinding powder at this time. Obviously only a max of like 30 mil gemstone powder is actually needed at all, and that's even pushing it. But we're continuing to focus up and continuing on the powder grind, which makes me want to find other ways to progress in the game. So luckily with this grind, there are some other numbers that will continue to go up. One of those is in collections, where we can find ourselves as number 16 on the server in Hearthstone collection. Guys, 326 mil is not a small number. But another one is in the bestiary, and we can actually squeeze a little bit of Skyblock XP out of this work here. Crystal Hollows families completed is only 7 of 10 at the moment. One of the families remaining is Grunts. So for a moment, we can swap from the Goblin Holdout over to the Mithril Deposit and powder mine here for a hot sec in order to slay out some of these fellas and finish out the family. As soon as we get that though, it is time to head out of here and back to the nucleus because the mithril deposits make zero money. Anyway, at this point, we'll quickly transition over to the jungle, do a little bit of mining over here while we work through our Thist bestiary. And there we are. Then finally, bestiary 3 of 3 is these butterflies. We can slay out just a handful to max this one out as well. Now that looks a lot better. Something else that also looks pretty dope. Mining here is at 600 million XP. And if I hit a couple blocks, you can see it's 500 million overflow XP. Good enough for top 2,500. But hey, at this point, let's check the stats. We're 218 million gemstone powder. We can PV Moltres Wolf actually real quick. Oh my god. He has 218 million. Getting passed in powder as we speak. I mean, this just keeps getting more and more wild. It is, though, getting pretty close to like 3 a.m. So we're going to probably call it in a couple more chests. But we'll wake up and keep the grind going tomorrow. At this point, we're well over 50 hours into this video. Maybe even 70 thus far. Am I regretting the powder choice and the powder grind yet? I guess maybe I'm starting to, but we're gonna keep going strong. All that I do ask though is for you all to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, use code SWEET in the Hypixel store. Any of those things would truly make this thing all worth it. We got another 2 times powder going here, and I was just thinking how sick it would be if there was like a RNG drop that came from these chests. I've obviously been grinding a lot of them and opened 2,000 in like the last 2 hours. Plus, you can see here, the rarest drop currently is flawless gemstones, and I already have 2 amber and 1 sapphire, and these guys drop at a 0.01% chance. So just why not add a die or something at a 0.001% chance and give me something to look forward to. Actually though, if they do make any change to powder grinding, a huge quality of life one would be to disable these chat messages. Every single time you open a chest, it spams chat, makes it impossible to read anything, talk to anybody. It's really rough. I mean, my chat logs for getting 255 million powder have got to be thousands of pages long. Now, I don't know what has happened on the back end recently, but the lag was terrible when I first started this video, and this past week, it has been almost non-existent in the Crystal Hollows. So major props here to the dev team. A smooth grind is a way more pleasurable grind. Continuing on the grind, I've got good news for you all. I've been talking to Moltres Wolf as we continue with the powder, and he wants to help give out a 1 billion coin giveaway. So if you want to enter, go ahead and comment your IGN down in the comments below. No need to subscribe or do anything else for the entry, although that is always appreciated. But pretty much 1 billion coins from Moltres Wolf is being given away. Comment your IGN down below. We'll actually do 2 winners, so 2 people will win 500 million coins each, and I wish you all the best of luck down there. We'll pick those winners about a week after the video goes live. Anyway, back about the video, guys. Absolute insanity has happened. Crazy progress. Let's go ahead and check PV SweetBootiee here and click onto the powder. We are at 300 million gemstone powder. That's over 200 million powder we've gotten just from today's video. I mean, I'm speechless. I guess it's the reason I haven't uploaded in a month. Honestly though, if we grind just a little bit more powder though, we will bump that number up to 306 million, which puts us over the 100-hour mark grinding for this video. That's 100 hours in my 6,800 of playtime and 1,100 in the Crystal Hollows. Additionally, I believe that extra bit of powder gets us to #1 across all of Hypixel Skyblock in terms of gemstone powder. Cat Girl Choco Mint, I believe, was #1 previously. They have 302 million gemstone powder, but again, checking my stats out, we hit 306 mil, taking that lead. Just even more insanity. Now, this video wasn't really about money, but the money went off as well. We can hop into the bazaar, not to sell anything right now, but just to hover over the sell sacks now button, as we have over 1 billion coins in insta sell items. You can see 700 of each robot part here, tons of enchanted hardstone, enchanted coal as well. Truly all good stuff. And so I don't have an exact number right now, but in terms of coins and profit within this 100 hours, I think we're up about 1.2 1.5 bill. Anyway, let's hop back to the nucleus real quick. And I'm very far from done with the grind as a whole, but I am going to take a little bit of a break here to hop off and enjoy Thanksgiving as it's coming up. So that is going to do it for today's video. But do not forget about the Moltres Wolf giveaway. Go ahead and comment your IGN down below to enter for a chance to win that. Also, be sure to use code SWEET. Tons of great sales across the Hypixel store. So use code SWEET for an extra 5% off your purchases. Hit that like button down below and subscribe because we're going crazy. Anyway, that is going to do it. I hope to see you all in the next one. Adios and goodbye.